Hey, it's Amy Newmark, and I'm taking this week off so I can work on our fall books. I've picked out one of my favorite weeks from last summer to rerun for you, and I'll be back next Monday with new episodes.
Changing your life one story at a time. This is the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast with Editor-in-Chief Amy Newmark.
Hey, it's Amy Newmark with your daily dose of Chicken Soup for the Soul inspiration. It's Wow Wednesday, and I'm going to share a story from a woman who has an unusual gift, the ability to predict the future. And today we're going to talk about her very spooky ability, which is predicting when someone is going to die. This story is from Marya Morin, who's a Canadian writer whose stories we publish a lot. She seems to have some kind of mind-boggling story about every topic we cover. Today I'm going to talk about one that she wrote for Chicken Soup for the Soul, Dreams and Premonitions. It's called Johnny's Flowers, and it's a story that is very hard to explain away. Marya tells us that she remembers attending her first funeral when she was about 6 years old, and it was a funeral for their landlord's adult son, Johnny, who she had adored and who had died from cancer. So she was just a little kid then, but she still vividly remembers the cloying smell of those funeral flowers. You know how they mix all those different flowers together, and there's lilies and other big smelly ones, and when you put them all together, it can be a bit much. Well, that's what she remembered, and she realized when she was at the funeral when she was 6 that she had smelled that same scent a few weeks earlier. And then she had smelled that scent the night before Johnny died. She was a little confused by why she had been smelling that flower scent because it was winter and there were no flowers anywhere where she was. So she didn't think about it that much more, but she recalled it. And then as she grew up, she discovered that she often would smell that scent, and she always considered it to be Johnny's funeral flowers. And it was a different scent than she smelled when she saw a regular bouquet of flowers. She'd always get a little chill when she smelled those funeral flowers, and she thought it was Johnny's way of saying hello to her. It wasn't until she was in her early 30s that Marya made the connection between smelling those funeral flowers and then something bad happening. And it happened one day when she was visiting her husband's aunts who lived upstairs from them. And she started to sniff the air because, once again, she smelled the scent of Johnny's funeral flowers. One of the aunts asked her if she was smelling something bad and commented that it might be the air freshener she had just used. But Marya got her normal goosebumps, her chills, and she started thinking about Johnny's funeral again. And then 3 weeks later, she was in her kitchen making dinner, and she was cooking some spicy spaghetti sauce, so the air should have been filled with that aroma. But all of a sudden, she was overwhelmed by the scent of funeral flowers. And within a few minutes, Marya heard 3 distinct loud knocks on her ceiling. And that was the emergency signal from her aunts upstairs. She rushed up the stairs and found that one of her aunts had died. She was in shock. She had finally made the connection between the scent of the funeral flowers and actually losing someone. A year later, she got the proof that she couldn't deny. She was on a bus with a friend, and they were discussing their Christmas plans. And Marya was saying that she wasn't going to make her customary rushed visit to her parents' house for Christmas because she always rushed in, did a quick Christmas, rushed out again. Instead, she was going to go after Christmas so that she could spend several relaxing days in a row with her parents. But as she talked about her father, sitting on that bus, that familiar scent hit her again, stronger than she'd ever smelled it before. She felt like she was going to throw up, and she hurried off the bus. Her friend followed, asking what was wrong, and Marya explained that her father was going to die. She needed to get home and call him immediately. She rushed home, and when she got there, the phone was already ringing. Her father had been taken to the hospital with severe chest pains. Her mother said the doctors thought he would be okay, but Marya knew he wouldn't. She went to the hospital, and she stayed by her father's side every night for the next 2.5 weeks. 2 days before Christmas, she had to return home. So she left her father there. She kissed him goodbye, knowing she would never see him alive again. And sure enough, on Christmas Eve, she smelled the flower scent again. And an hour later, she got the phone call. After that, Mariée couldn't deny her strange ability to forecast death. Whenever she smells Johnny's funeral flowers, she knows now that she will hear of a death within 3 weeks, and that she will smell them again during the day before that death. And the scent is stronger if it's someone she's very close to. Mariée's family and friends have become accustomed to what they refer to as her creepy premonitions. Now, the interesting thing is she does have a medical condition that results in what are called temporal lobe seizures. Those can result in a feeling of panic, hence the chills she gets, the sensation of someone touching you, or odd scents. But tying that to her remarkable clairvoyance doesn't make sense. Whatever it is, Mariée is comfortable with it now and considers it a rare gift that allows her to make peace with her loved ones and friends and say goodbye to them before it's too late. So that was a real Wow Wednesday story, wasn't it? The next time we get together, we're going to have another sneak preview of our gratitude book, and we're going to discuss a great party idea that you might want to copy yourself. I'm Amy Newmark. Thanks for listening to the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast today. Please share it with your friends and family. And if you'd like to learn more about the book I mentioned today, Chicken Soup for the Soul, Dreams and Premonitions, please go to our website, chickensoup.com.